It's Chantal. It's been so long since I made a video, but so much has been going on. I had the baby, and now I'm gonna start doing maybe some update videos because I just want to have these memories to remember the moments and the developments that have been happening over the course of his at least first year to 6 months. This is baby Shai. Hi. Say hi. And today he's 2 months. He's 2 months, 2 whole months. I couldn't get it together early enough to do his 1 month update. I don't think I would have just had it in me to do it. So we're here at 2 months. Hopefully we'll come back at 3 months. Maybe we'll come back at 4 months. I'm not sure. But, maybe we'll do every other month or something like that. Oh, boy, why pull my hair? So what's been going on in terms of feeding? So he is a breastfed baby. He's been exclusively breastfed since birth. I didn't really have breastfeeding goals. Hopefully I can make it up to 6 months, and when we get to 6 months, we'll see what happens. But if we can do a whole year, that would be great. But I just wanted to breastfeed him exclusively for the first couple weeks of his life. That was really just my goal. I wanted to breastfeed and see how it went and to see if I can actually do it. And he came out. He was a really great latcher. We're doing fine with breastfeeding. It's working out. No major issues there. I can go more in depth about our breastfeeding journey if you're interested. Just let me know. But he's a breastfed baby. He's still doing that just fine. He eats around every 2 to 3 hours depending on how long he sleeps, which we'll talk about sleep a little bit later. But so far he hasn't been like colicky or anything like that. He does choke sometimes, or milk, or regurgitates his milk. That happened, which is pretty normal. It was like scary at first, but I realized it was just a normal thing, and it's just something to monitor and pay attention to, especially right after he eats, laying him down. I had to learn to like keep him up a little bit upright so that he doesn't like regurgitate his milk so much. Okay. Burping is always hard. I don't know, for some reason I feel like I'm always trying to burp him and I'm not like good at it. I don't know if I'm positioning him right, but he is burping right after he eats for the most part, and he does get a little gassy, so we do have to give him gripe water, and that helps a lot with the burping and the gas and stuff like that. So that's a good thing. Sleeping, he's a decent-ish sleeper. I don't know. He's still pretty erratic right now at this age, which is also normal. He is kind of up and down. I guess it's like the witching hours, but it's anywhere between 8 p.m. and midnight. He's really fussy and crying sometimes. And he'll go up and down a little bit. Like he'll be up for a little bit crying. We'll be trying to soothe him, and then he'll go down for a few minutes, and then he'll wake back up. But now he's kind of slipping into the mode where he is going down around midnight. He'll sleep from midnight, and he'll sleep anywhere from 4 to 6 hours at that time. So at least we have that kind of expectation window there of like a long stretch. And then once he wakes up from that long stretch, he wants to eat, and sometimes he like only eats for like a few minutes, and then he's back down, and then he's waking up pretty much every 2.5 hours from there. So he's sleeping pretty good. He started doing that at about 4 weeks. In 4 weeks, maybe he started doing that all the time, and kept with doing it. Before then, he did it a few times, and I was nervous. I didn't know if I was supposed to wake him up. Like, I slept through like his feeding, his night feed, and I was like nervous. But I guess he just wanted to sleep, and he was fine. And now he's been doing that, so I'm happy about that. He's starting to drool more. We started to notice that. I guess that's like a normal thing. I don't know if like teething happens this early, but he's starting to drool a lot more. He's very alert. He likes to look at the ceiling fans and like the lights. Like he's obsessed with the ceiling fans. We have ceiling fans all throughout our house and he's just obsessed with it. I think it gives him comfort. So now he's able to kind of sit in his crib or his bassinet a little bit and not cry right off the bat. He'll just sit up and look at the ceiling fan and kind of like just be fascinated with it. He holds his head up a little bit. He is able to sit on like his boppy, like I said, and his little bouncer for a little longer time periods now that he's getting older. As he keeps growing and getting older, he's able to be more content in those like kind of toys or contraptions or whatever. So yeah, he's able to sit down in his bouncer and his lounger for longer periods of his time on his own without needing to be entertained. He's able to like entertain himself for a few minutes. He loves bath time. Like that's one of the things that like really does relax him, especially if he's really fussy. We put him in the bath. And he just like sits there. We play some lullaby music and he really likes it. So I'm grateful for that. We do sleep him in a sleep sack. So we'll get him ready and at night we'll put him in his little sleep sack thing. And it just like Velcros kind of around him. And that kind of helps to keep his arms relaxed as he's sleeping. But now as he's getting older and he feels his arms like constricted in there, he gets a little fussy. But he still needs to be, his arms to be constricted at night for him to stay asleep. So it's kind of like a odd thing right now. It seems like he's developing well. The last doctor's appointment that we went to, he developed pretty well. He is like pretty average for his height, weight, all that type of stuff, his head size and all that type of stuff. It's pretty average. He was almost 10 pounds at his 1 month checkup. I've gone to like mom group and weighed him and he was exactly 10 pounds. And now I'm pretty sure he might be like a little bit more than 10 pounds. We have his next appointment coming up where he'll get his shots and stuff like that. So we'll see how much he weighs then. And maybe I'll put the stats in the bottom. I don't know if you're interested in that. What else about his development? I mean, so many things. The biggest thing, I guess, now is that he's smiling more. He started doing like a smiling thing, especially in the morning when he first wakes up. He'll do a lot of smiling. So we got to get a couple videos of him kind of just like interacting with us and smiling more. So that has been really one of the biggest developments, other than like him just physically growing and getting bigger. He's getting heavier and you can really see that his face changes a lot. He got a lot of his color in, all those kind of like things. And then the smiling part is like one of the biggest developments that we really enjoy seeing with him. And also I enjoyed like his sleeping pattern getting a little bit better, because you kind of feel like, oh my goodness, will he ever sleep and just add long stretches of a time? And so to know that he will, and especially and then during the day his nap times are still erratic, but he does have a few times where he'll sleep long stretches during the day. So that's just nice to know and see develop, because you kind of like, oh my goodness, is he gonna sleep? But yeah, that's the biggest development, and just kind of working through his fussiness, which gets to be a little bit frustrating at times, but just remind yourself that it will pass. He will get better as he gets older. So, yeah, but we're enjoying seeing his little smiley self and him laughing and seeing more of his personality come through. And I'm looking forward to that developing a little bit more as he gets older. So we'll see how this 2 months goes. What's going on with me? I did have a C-section. I don't have a birth story, so you don't know that, but I had a C-section. I'm still in recovery, but things are going pretty well. As of right now, my scar and things like that seem to be healing fine. I'm of course, tired at times. But really try to get like naps in the morning, especially after his like first after his first stretch of long sleep, I try to get a nap in. I'm trying to get myself back on a routine to sleep as soon as he goes to sleep. But when he goes to sleep at night, it's like, okay, now I have a second to be free. So, you know, I try to get a few things done or just relax and watch TV or whatever the case may be. So sometimes I'm going to sleep a little bit late, which isn't the smartest thing to do. I wouldn't recommend it. I'm just trying to stay on top of, I guess, my mental and physical health. Like I said, breastfeeding, you do get a little overwhelmed, and you know, breastfeeding, his fussiness and all that type of stuff, you can get a little overwhelmed, and you go from, you know, not being on your own, and then now you have this person who's like hanging off of you like all day long, and it's a very big adjustment. So I'm still adjusting to that. And so just being mindful, trying to get back into incorporating things that I need and asking for help when I need it. And I think that's pretty much it. I mean, I fit back into some jeans that I had before I was pregnant. So I'm like so happy about that. I was like bouncing around. I was like really excited. Now I'm like wearing back some of my clothes, just some t-shirts. I'm still in t-shirts and stuff like that. But I mean, before I couldn't fit this stuff. So it's just like, it feels so good to be back into some of your old clothes and to try to have a regular size again. Like at least I can try to shop and buy things and know what size I wear, not just buy like leggings or something comfortable, because like, I don't know when I'm going to wear this again. So, and it was just like all about comfort. So now I'm happy about that. And I think that's it. That's like my biggest development so far. But yeah, we're doing good. And I'm looking forward to this. Please leave any comments, questions, things you want me to expand on or talk about below, any products and stuff that we use. If you have a baby, where are you in your development? Do you have baby update videos? If so, let me know. I would love to check them out. And yeah, thanks for watching. Look at those cheeks. Look at those cheeks. Look at those cheeks. Look at those cheeks. Yeah. Say hi. Hi, hi, hi. Hi, hi. Say hello. 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 Hi, I'm Shai. Hi, I'm Shai. He's like, what are you doing? Oh, his faces.